Welcome. My name is Newman García, and I'll be reading your energy today. A lot is already coming through before I record this, and I'll just begin with saying, you're doing great. Let's begin with a deep breath. Inhale through your nose from the base of your spine all the way to the crown of your head. Hold it. Exhale, soft sigh out of your mouth. So allow your body to relax, your mind to quiet, and your soul to be allowed to come through, to express itself how it wants to, uninhibited by any of your human stories holding you back. Trusting that whatever I say is exactly what you're meant to hear in this present moment right now. Let's begin with an oracle card. Thank you for being here. Heart chakra. This keeps popping up. I spoke about this in a previous reading. It's a fairly new deck. All of the chakras are in there, but there are 70 cards. So there's less than a 10% chance to pull a chakra. And the heart keeps popping up because that's what you've done. You've opened your heart. You have gone into the depths of darkness, shined light on your shadow, which enabled you to open and expand your heart. Maybe you physically have noticed that your body is opening. Your body is expanding, especially within this region up here. Just a story about me because I believe it's relevant to someone. My parents got divorced my senior year of high school. I came home after prom night and my mom was gone. And my response to that was get strong. It was subconscious. I wasn't really aware. I kind of bottled up every single bit of that emotion. Didn't know how to process it. That's another story. But I worked out a lot. I became a personal trainer eventually, but I built my body on a foundation that wasn't stable. It was rooted in a closed heart to the point where it manifests into an injury on my right side body that over the last handful of years has been healing, aligning, coming back into its natural state of well-being. Yoga is what brought awareness to this. I was bench pressing in the gym, yet I couldn't do a simple upward facing dog with ease. No judgment. I was where I was. And that's why I teach yoga as well. Newman Flows, check it out. But my point in sharing this is when you really allow your consciousness to awaken, allow your soul to express itself uninhibited by the human mind, then you begin to connect all of the dots of any sort of physical dis-ease that you have ever experienced was rooted in some sort of emotional trauma, usually associated with a chakra imbalance. It's all one thing. Your physical body is a manifestation of your mind. Your emotional health is your relationship with your spirit, your soul. And so, if you're watching this, then you are someone who is on their alignment journey, their journey of awakening, their journey of integrating all of the pain that they experienced as a child. I gave you an example of mine, but that's not childhood, right? I was a senior in high school, but there were roots there where my heart had continually closed from different events throughout all of my childhood that I have now fallen in love with and integrated so that I can open up my heart chakra, and that's what you've been working on as well. Behind closed doors. Mostly on your own. The Hermit is what I'm seeing right now. Let's get into some tarot cards. I just thank you for holding space, and I feel that that probably resonates with you. Maybe you had a recent breakup as well. I mean, all of it is tied to the same thing. We continually, in this human journey, experience the same storyline, because life is a spiral, until we decide to ascend from that. And that's what this channel is all about. Your ascension journey, your awakening. And we're doing this together as a collective. Interesting. On the bottom of the deck, I was just curious, but I don't think it's relative to this reading. So let's shuffle a couple times, see what's going on. Hope you're doing well. Part of opening your heart is getting way less serious because you're not playing victim anymore. You know, you'll notice that people with closed hearts, oftentimes they're hunched forward. They have this kind of, they're not open and proud and safe because they're guarded and fearful and shy. And so then they claim that things outside of them are causing this, and that's just not the case, because everything outside of you is only a reflection of what's going on inside. Let's pull some tarot. 7 of Wands. This is victory, valor. This is you awakening your heart, opening up, and utilizing the fire within you to express yourself uninhibited by those past stories. Utilizing those past stories to help you to bring up the collective consciousness. Interesting. Let's pull another. And now, full body chills. Here we go. The reading is starting. If you're new to this channel, I get full body chills anytime there's a strong confirmation of what I'm saying. Adjustment. This is the Justice card in the traditional tarot. Things are coming back into balance. And even that statement is interesting to me. Everything is always in balance. It's just a matter of what end of the stick are you on? Are you on the side of pure positive love and light and fun and abundance and laughter? Or are you on the side of not? And what's coming back into balance is your integration of all of this shadow work, of all of these heartbreaks, these traumas within your childhood, etc. Also that you then can have this neutral perspective going forward in your life, where you get to easily point towards the direction of all things wanted, which is your preferred state of being. And from that preferred state of being, you create the perspective of loving the conditions around you, and you live this joyous, delicious life experience with effortless embodiment. Replay that last minute. That was a great little statement. Prince of Swords. So the princes in this deck are knights, actually. And so we're moving forward fast with the truth. The truth that every being on this planet, not just humans, every being across the universe chose their story. And that's the only way to ascend from victim mentality, from pointing the finger at someone else saying, I feel this way because of something else. You have seen through the truth of realizing it was always a reflection of you. We are all one, and we chose that in order to understand more about ourselves, in order to experience something ourselves. I started this reading with stating, allow your soul to express itself uninhibited by the human mind. Your soul came to experience this story. Your soul came to experience this story. Every ounce of pain, discomfort, dis-ease, whatever it may be, you came to experience it. And if you're on this channel, you came to ascend above it. You came to rise above. You came to transmute the energy into health, wealth, freedom, love, laughter, fun. You came to do the alchemical work. You're a divine alchemist. Go watch that video. You came and you know the truth. You're moving fast forward. And that's what's bringing the adjustment, the balance. You know, I like to tell people sometimes, when I met someone going through a difficult time the other day, and it was so interesting because I recognized the version of myself that I was going when I went through that myself, through a divorce. Not my parents, my own. A lot of stuff has happened in my life, right? In order to get me here so that I can then guide others who are going through it and saying, it's all good, man. It's all good. You designed it. Now, from that perspective, from when you're in the thick of it, you can't see it. But how do you know that you're in balance unless you get out of balance? How do you know? We chose this human life experience for the experience of duality, positive, negative. Good, bad, ease, dis-ease. And you've achieved an understanding that everything is neutral. It all just is what it is. You know, you're not a human on planet Earth and you're looking down. You just see everything as this perfectly balanced planet. You don't get worked up over specifics because you see the whole picture and how it all serves. I mean, my goodness, think about how many incredible creations that we use on our day-to-day life that were a result of technology being developed for war. I'm not condoning it. I'm just I feel that we are ascending past the need for that. That you are a luminary of New Earth. You are a leader because you have understood how to transmute these energies, opening your heart chakra. And so now you will lead forward to realize we are passing the point in our human evolution to need this deep contrast of dis-ease, of war, of turmoil, in order to have ease, of peace, of pleasure. You are a part of that. And how you do it is simply by looking at your story and saying, I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you, Mom, for leaving the night of my prom night when I come home the next day and you're gone. Thank you. Thank you for honoring yourself. Thank you. Thank you for my ex for reflecting back to me how much I did not love myself. Thank you. Thank you for all of the things that happened in my life because it made me who I am now. And I realized that how do you know that you're in balance unless you've been out of balance? And that it all serves because this was the message I was receiving before I got on camera. There's really nothing too serious going on here. And when you can relax into that truth, because it is true, we're consciousness expressing ourselves, and there's an infinite number of ways to express. We've done this before. We'll do this again. There's no reason to condemn what you're experiencing because you've experienced all of it, and there's a reason you want to experience now. There's a reason you want to experience the comfort of what you're going through and the discomfort, the duality, because it's fun, because it's interesting, because it's new. Let's pull another card. I'm kind of all over the place, but not. It's all aligned with your heart chakra. This is really the root. 5 of Wands, strife. This card to me is, I don't know if this is what this means or not, but to me, I interpret this as you striving. And if you can relate to the stories that I've told already in this, then you can probably relate to striving to almost perfect yourself. There's an air of perfectionism within the energy that I'm receiving from this card of, well, if I can do this exactly this way, then I won't be hurt again. If I can just do one more thing, if I can just have this metric hit this number, or if I can just look a certain way, then I won't be hurt again. You're relating to this, aren't you? Just breathe. It's okay. You don't have to strive anymore. You don't have to work hard. You don't have to sacrifice. You don't have to try. Because the best thing that you can do for humanity is to just be you. And that's super cliche to say, and it's hard when you have allowed yourself to be so many other versions of your personality in order to figure out who the real you is. But now that your heart is open, now that your heart chakra is open, you can trust it completely because you recognize. I'm kind of envisioning, like, I'll pick this clear quartz up. Let's say your heart was this size at one point. Picture the Grinch. It had to be shattered in order to expand, in order to grow bigger, in order to grow more open. Just like the Grinch. It's a great story. That's what you've gone through. That's the human experience. That's the human experience. And those with like chronic heart dis-ease, they simply aren't allowing themselves to open up their heart. They're holding on to these wounds that all that needs to be done is just let go. I speak that because heart dis-ease runs rampant through my family. And I distanced from them because, as I've discussed in previous posts, true compassion is knowing that anyone can get from where they are to where they want to be through the power of their quieted mind. And as someone who has healed themselves from a chronic illness through that, through meditation, through yoga, I know wholeheartedly that every being on this planet can allow themselves to align to their natural state of well-being if they choose. And I bring this up because if you have experienced similar stories as to what I discussed earlier, heartbreak that has led you to down this path of ascension, then it most likely stemmed from some sort of generational stories that you are the one in your lineage awakening. And a part of that awakening process is to love all unconditionally. That doesn't mean that you have to condone or be around them. Because your gift is going to be whatever you offer to the world from your clarity of knowing well-being, of knowing that there's really nothing too serious going on here, that everyone chose their story, and that you're here to express yourself wholeheartedly. Love. Two of Cups. You have opened yourself to unconditional love for the first time in your life. Full body chills. This is the message that I was receiving before recording. You have opened yourself to experience life through a lens without strife. Because you know the truth, Prince of Discs, and you're moving forward with it, which is resulting in the adjustment to come back into balance in your life. Full body chills all over my left side body in particular. And that's your victory. Let's pull some oracle cards. This is a beautiful reading. You're doing wonderful. I have full body chills. You're doing so well. You're doing so well. You're doing so well. Keep going. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. I know. Trust me, I know. Especially when the evidence of what you want to see, which if you've made it this far, for sure, put a white heart in the comments. Take this evidence as I'm on the exact right path at the exact right time, doing the exact right thing. I've done everything according to the plan that I had before I chose to focus into this physical body. I have transmuted these energies. I have opened up my heart chakra. I love unconditionally everyone who has caused me pain, for it has awakened me to who I really am. And I'm beginning to really embrace the knowing that there's not too much serious going on here and that I'm entering the fun era of my life. Ooh, put a white heart. Put a white heart. The space between. We got this card the other day. You're in between that phase. You're in between the phase of letting go of the version of you that had the closed heart, that was wounded, trying to build a life to prevent you from ever getting hurt again, which also prevented you from ever really getting loved. You wouldn't allow yourself because you were so scared of being hurt, and now you realize the pain has been transmuted to pleasure. Thank you for the pain. Thank you for leaving me. Thank you for telling me things that were awful. Thank you for all of the pain that I've experienced. Thank you for the dis-ease. One of my favorite teachers, Abraham Hicks, they said, we just love when you guys get chronic illnesses because then you finally turn to us. You finally turn to spirit, to God, to all that is, to the universe, and you wake up. That's what happened to me. I had to experience so much pain until I was sick all the time as a kid because there was so much pain in my household. I mean, that's another story for another day. I mean, my physical body is just now coming back into balance. Which is how I know with every fiber of my being, because I was not athletic, always sick, to the point where I developed a severe illness that I was supposedly going to have to take a pill for every day. And then my finger spun in that bottle one morning because my consciousness had raised to a point that said, you no longer need this, get ready. You're going to heal yourself. You're going to align back to your, and maybe I'll share that story another day. But my point is, you're in the space in between those two stories. Breathe. And rise up like the phoenix that was burned to ash. That is you. Full body chills again. Rise up. Because you have surrendered to unconditional love. Do you know how I healed myself? I stopped fighting. I stopped the battle. You know how many people say fight cancer? That's the last way to get rid of it. The only way to eradicate cancer from human consciousness is, one, to stop talking about it, so I'm not helping. But is two, to accept your natural state of well-being. The only people who get it, and I'm including children because they sign up for it. Maybe their parents wanted to learn something. It's all one thing. It's all one thing. The one is all are the one. Everything is here and now. You exist, you always have, you always will, and you get what you give. Focus on your life story. If you're still listening and you are working through some sort of physical thing, let go. Let go. Surrender to your natural state of well-being. Go practice my yoga. I promise you. You will not be able to deny the truth anymore, that it was all a choice. Interesting. One more card. I've never done a reading like this. It's very interesting. Magic. I've got the magic in me. Da 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 da. I don't know the words. We are magic. You're a miracle. You are a miracle. And when you accept that, when you drop this, when you stop being humble, you're humble in the sense that you get that the more you know, the less you know, because there's an infinite amount to know. You're humble in the sense that you recognize everyone is on a perfectly even playing field, but you're not humble in the sense that you are a miracle. You are magic. That's the title of this video. I like it more than the heart. You are a miracle. You are magic. It's time to accept that. It's time to accept that. Stop being humble. You created all that is because you are all that is. And you recognize that you are no more important than the ant on the ground moving a freaking grain of sand. Sorry, you're not. You know that though. You get it. You think the ant is humble? No, it can pick up like 10 times its body weight. It's like, I'm a fucking ant. Stop being humble. Last night I was in the kitchen with my husband and all of a sudden my throat chakra has really been opening and I believe that I'll sing at some point soon. Dolly Parton said everyone can sing because it's true, because she gets it. She gets it. She knows. She knows she's God embodied in her form. You are too. Anyways, I brought that up because I told my husband, I said, I ain't dimming anymore. I'm not dimming my truth anymore. I don't care if I hurt anyone's feelings because it's not my responsibility. The only people you're ever going to hurt their feelings with are people who haven't healed themselves, are people who haven't opened their heart. You cannot hurt someone's feelings who have an open heart. It's not possible because they know, one, they won't attract it. Law of attraction is infallible. One, they will not attract anyone. When your heart is open, no one can touch you. Especially if you opened it after a deep wound. Magic. Let's pull one more and then I'll close this out. It's kind of a longer reading, it seems. Compassion. I talked about this earlier. True compassion. Not fixing anyone because no one's broken. Recognizing that everyone can get from where they are to where they want to be through the power of their quieted mind. Every person, and how do you quiet your mind? Focus on your breath. No, you don't need an app. You don't need a meditative whatever. You don't need to switch your environment. You can close your eyes and focus on your breath. You can be in the middle of a war zone and find your center. You are a human. Do you know how powerful you are? You are God force embodied in this physical form. You designed your path, your character, your avatar. You designed all of the heartbreak in order for you to get to this moment right here and now, the threshold, the space between, so that you can rise up. One of my favorite tarot girls, I don't know what country she's from, but she said, anytime we sneeze after we speak something in my country, we know that it's truth. Mm-hmm. That's the message I have for you. You're doing great. Let yourself enjoy yourself. Let yourself love again. Let yourself love again. Let yourself love again. It's worth it. Better to have loved and lost than never have loved at all. Just do it. Just do it. Open your heart. Keep opening. Keep expanding. Keep embracing your truth. Notice who falls off in love, true compassion. Stop holding on to those who have closed hearts and recognize their soul chose this path. Let them go. You can't do the work for them. It's only holding you back. Allow the adjustment to come through. All right, that's the message I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you're interested in a private reading, the link is in my description or newmanflows.com. Until next time, namaste.